kids? I think you have, how many kids? You have two kids. Two kids, okay. So I look up to see your story, your family, what you do. Okay. You mean to tell me you agreed with all the stuff that they wanted to teach schools in California? I went to Glendale High School. Do you know what things they were teaching in Glendale with books and stuff to kids? Like, what are you doing? You think that's common sense?
Patrick Bet-David threw Rowana into the deep end to defend the Democrat side of things. And PBD absolutely took him apart on issue after issue. This guy got completely cornered and embarrassed live on the PBD podcast and the Valuetainment YouTube channel. Let's get into this clip where Patrick Bet-David puts Rowana on full blast live on the show.
Of innovators, and you know what the great news is? There's no Donald Trump in 2028. I mean, Donald Trump is a unique, phenomenal candidate. And on my side, people who think that he is easily beatable are delusional. He is a very charismatic candidate. And so what we should do is see, well, what about the American people? Why did they respond to him? Okay, they responded to him because of reform. They responded because they like his aspirational vision. We're going to fill in the details in a better way, and we're going to take that to be the party in 26 and 28.
Can I be direct with you?
Yes.
Okay. I don't think you sold it because I don't think you can. Because I think what you just said works against other Democratic opponents that you have. I think you'll beat other Democratic opponents. I don't know what your aspirations are long term, but that message will resonate with the new Democratic youth and the party. And you'll win, and you'll beat them. Like, it's kind of being Eastern Conference, Western Conference. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like 100%. NFC, AFC. And it's great. You may come up and be, hey, we're such and such team. We're coming out of the Western Conference. I don't care if you're Seattle Supersonics. I don't care if you're the Phoenix Suns. I don't care if you're the Houston Rockets. You're not getting past Michael, okay? You're just not. That's just kind of how it works right now. I don't care who you are. You're not getting past Mahomes.
Tell me why.
And because your argument sucked the last 4 years, and you had a chance, and you royally screwed up. The Democratic Party royally screwed up. And remember, when I say Democratic Party, and
where do you see our biggest mess up in the last 4 years? I'm not disagreeing with you. We made mistakes. I do have kids.
You have two kids. I think you have how many kids? You have two kids. Two kids. Okay. So I look up to see your story, your family, what you do. Okay. You mean to tell me you agreed with all the stuff that they wanted to teach schools in California? I went to Glendale High School. Do you know what things they were teaching in Glendale with books and stuff to kids? Like, what are you doing? You think that's common sense? It's not. So maybe in the beginning, everybody's like, oh, just don't say anything. Just don't say anything. Just don't be tolerant. Just don't say anything. Hell no. My son came today and said something weird. I'm done. I'm going to the school. And I'm speaking up. Video goes viral, 50 million views, 20 million views, 8 million views. I feel the same way. Okay. That policy was a shit show. You know what? The illegal immigrants, America was built on immigrants. We should let immigrants come here. What's wrong with that? Who's going to do these works? Like, who said that on The View? The lady said it. And now there's an article right now that came out. I guess what it says. It says now that these immigrants are going to be going, who's going to do a lot of these jobs? They're no longer even embarrassed to say that, Rob. I don't know what
who's going to pick our crops and pick our nuts.
By the way, they're saying exactly what that lady said on The View, who got criticized. Now they're openly, can America's economy cope with the mass deportation? You read the story, it's about to do these jobs that everybody else doesn't want to do. Okay, so that policy's gone because the borders, and we saw what happened with Lake and Riley, terrible situation. Stories, rapist comes back, sanctuary cities completely got exposed, and people who voted for the left don't want sanctuary cities with these great kids. So that got exposed. Number 3, economy. Hey, Biden and Democrats are for, the low middle income families. Really, go look up the gas prices, Rob, under each presidential administration. When you look up gas prices under each president, whether you go, that one right there. Look at this. So the red one is Bush, goes up to 330, started at 146, 139. Obama goes up 368. Look at Trump, stays down. Look at Biden, goes up to 406. Did you keep my gas prices to go any lower?
These are the jobs that nobody else wants to touch. Okay, so that whole open border argument fell apart the moment the Lake and Riley story broke. A rapist who kept coming back. Sanctuary cities got completely exposed, and even people on the left didn't want that in their neighborhoods. So that talking point is done. Now number 3, the economy. Democrats kept pushing this narrative that they were fighting for the working class and middle-income families. Oh, really? Go pull up the gas price chart under every single president. Bush started at 139, climbed to 330. Obama pushed it up to 368 hours. Trump kept it down. Biden shot it all the way up to 406. So tell me, did your wallet feel any relief at the pump under the Democrats?
Okay, so you definitely made oil companies a lot of money. The profits under Biden for oil companies was a lot higher than the profits under Trump for oil companies. All right. So then Obama does a clip of March 18th, 2000. I don't know what the clip is when he's talking about hey, you want to come here, immigration? You know which clip I'm talking about, and you got to come do it this way. And guess what? You got to get back in the line because the people that are in Mexico who did it the right way, they got to get ahead of you. It's not fair for those guys that waited all these years.
Yeah, I shared that clip.
I saw you share that a few days ago. That's common sense, right? But the Democratic Party today is no longer, or in my opinion, I can't see any arguments that's common sense. John F. Kennedy, what he was talking about back then, hey, we're going to lower taxes so your family can make some money and some of the money goes to you. Oh, what a nice guy. That's what lowering taxes is. Hey, we're going to go out there and, get rid of some of these things that we're doing because we want it to be good for you. Hey, we don't want any war. Oh, Democratic Party's against no war. Last 4 years, Hamas, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, and I thought it was the other way around. So this isn't the old Republican war. This is, hey, man, we're going to go this way. It's going to be America first. And unfortunately, the Democratic Party has lost. And by the way, the amount of people you guys, even the Democrats, lost with TikTok, you had TikTok. So if we look at right now what the Democratic Party still owns, think about it, that you have majority control of. Military is getting rid of DEI. Pete Heck said you're seeing him going around doing all the stuff that he's doing. Okay. You guys used to have TikTok because China was using it, the left, brainwash, all that stuff, and then flipped. Charlie Kirk, 5 million followers, 40 million views, 36 million views, 28 million views, 32 million views. Why is that resonating? Because the youth is saying, listen, this makes sense. Okay. Your biggest edge that you still have, that you have a monopoly on, and it's not even close. And it's going to be a problem for 80 years, unless if this gets addressed today. You know what it is?
What?
98% of English teachers in public schools, they track their money. 98% of English teachers gave their money to Democratic Party. 97% was of health and guidance and science. 87% of math gave to Democratic Party. Only 13% gave to Republican Party. So the average person sends their kids to public schools for 12 years. They're going to be persuaded, manipulated, brainwashed by the Democratic Party. You have that control. And it's so powerful that you have that. Because parents that can't afford to send their kids to private school and can't afford to do homeschooling because they both got a job, they don't know how to do that. It's tough on them. They have to send them to public school. So you have possibly the most powerful monopoly in America. Possibly the most powerful monopoly in America. And that you have long term. But even that, kids are now having access to social media, to TikTok, to Instagram. They're like, I don't know if I agree with you, teacher. I don't know if I agree with you, teacher. And now people are watching Charlie Kirks. How many other small Charlie Kirks are going to be out there going on campuses? 1, 2, or hundreds, thousands? Who right now watches that business model and saying, that's exactly what I want to do? Debate me, debate me, debate me. I think this...
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say TikTok single-handedly handed Trump the election, but let's be real. It played a massive role. Trump absolutely dominated with younger voters in a way Republicans never really do. And a big part of that was TikTok. And guys like Charlie Kirk who went out there and made conservative arguments in a way that actually connected with young people. And here's the thing. Nobody on the left had a solid comeback to what Charlie Kirk was saying. He's making the same points that a lot of us make. He just packages it in a way that hits different for a younger crowd. And then on top of that, Trump went on Joe Rogan, went on Aiden Ross's live stream. Anything could happen on those streams. Zero script, zero safety net. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris wouldn't step foot on a single show unless she had full editorial control locked in beforehand. Trump is jumping on live streams with Aiden Ross, where literally anything goes. That is a completely different level of confidence for a former president and presidential candidate.